Perfect.
Hi.
Here we go. Connie DeGroot, your new website, whatsupinsantamonica.com. I used to live in Santa Monica. I love Santa Monica.
Really?
Yeah, so it's fantastic. And you are a hugely successful real estate maven. Have you ever been described
thank you.
as such?
No, but thank you very much for the compliment.
I love it. So you're a real estate agent, licensed, and a broker. You cover an area from Beverly Hills to Santa Monica. And you are with Coldwell Banker.
Yes.
#1 office for Coldwell Banker in the world, right? And you're in the top 2 percentile of realtors there. Some people are like, oh, her success came overnight, but you say not so. Why is that?
Well, I was new to Los Angeles, and so I didn't know anybody. And so basically, I mean, in short, what I did was I just introduced myself to neighborhoods. And I went and I knocked on doors and said, hello, I'm Connie, and this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm about. And over time, people started to get to know me and had a comfort level with me, and that's how I broke into the market. I mean, at the time, actually in Beverly Hills, there was only a 2-month supply of homes, and there were about 1,000 agents working for those areas, so it was hard to get a listing. But after some time, I actually was known in that area, and I did quite well, you know, so.
Connie,
and
I'll
right
be
now,
honest
I'm
with
living
you.
in Santa Monica.
Yeah, if you knocked on a door, I think you're going to get a good reception. I mean, look at you. You're a beautiful woman. You're articulate, obviously intelligent. So I think you have the weapons for success, if I might say so myself. You know, but I mean, also part of being a real estate and agent and a broker is your presentation, whether you're able to connect with people, make a good first impression, get them to trust you, to make them money, whether it's selling the house or have somebody trust you to find the home of their dreams. What do you do right away to be able to connect to people so that they buy into what you're offering?
First of all, I listen. I listen, because people tell you, they tell you everything. And so whether I'm on the phone with somebody, I always have a piece of paper and a pen, and I write down everything, the largest issue and the smallest issue, so that I can quickly understand what they want, what makes them tick, so that I don't waste their time, because my clients are very busy people, and so if I'm taking them out to shop for a home, I don't show them, you know, they're not going to want to go out with me for weeks. I probably can show them 5 or 6 homes, and then I better get it right at that point. So I listen and take notes, and then I just give them the truth as well. You know, I don't lie. I don't say, well, you know, we can get this for that price. I mean, if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. So I think over and above all, everybody wants to know, they want you to be straight with them. And so that's what I do, and I work very hard. I work hard at whatever I do, and I really love my job, and I want to please the people that I work for.
Did you always know that you wanted to go into real estate? Like, when did it first click with you that you loved the housing market, buying, selling, and into the whole thing?
That's such a good question. No, I did not. I set my first open house with my father when I was 15, and he owned a lot of properties, and so we as a family would get together when a person moved out. We would paint, we would clean, we would do things. I had a fascination going into model homes and seeing how they decorated, and I was always interested, but I never saw myself when I was younger doing this. It wasn't until after I was looking to change and go into a new profession that I started to think about this, and I took my time before I got involved and worked for some big agents, and then when I really got to understand what it was like on a day-to-day basis, I said, oh, I can do this, and this would be so much fun, and I can do it until I'm, you know, if I want, until I'm 90 or 100 years old, you know, if I want. So with that, I you know, took to the streets literally and knocked on doors and said, hi, I'm Connie DeGroot, and that's kind of how I did it, and I was consistent about it. You have to just keep doing it. You can't do it this month and then not do it the next month. You have to keep doing it, and you have to know a lot of information. You need to know what's going on in the marketplace, and lately, I make it my business to also know what's going on nationally, what's going on in other parts of the country, what's going on in the economy, what's going on in the stock market. All that stuff really does affect even local markets and housing.
It really does, because you have to be able to advise your clientele when is a good time to be buying, when is a good time to be selling, especially with people that you have, you know, long-term relationships with. I'm sure there's plenty of people that you've done a number of properties with, whether or not it's personal homes or investment properties, and they need to know. They want to know, when is the time I should be making a move and in what direction? Is it something where you say, wait, you know, a few months before you list your home, or do it during the summer, or when you think the economy or the market is going to pick back up? Also, you've got to factor in and have a knowledge of what's going on in business, because you have to advise them with respect to timing to even probably get loans, right?
Right,
Work with
right,
brokers.
right. Yep, all that stuff is really important, and I don't just say, well, this is what you should do. I share with them some information that I have, and I also give them information. I don't want it to just be, well, go here, buy now,
right.
sell now. Yeah, so I want them to also get educated, and a great deal of time is spent educating people or telling them where to go, because I want my clients to become savvy investors. I want them to be able to do for themselves and to learn more and to grow more, and not, you know, and not to stay at the same level. So that's what I do, and I love doing it. And I write blogs, and I send emails, and I, you know, if there's information that is relevant to one of my clients' needs.
Yeah, when you've got a website here too, www.ConnieDeGroot.com, and then of course I'm seeing your profile on Coldwell Banker. So what are the hot areas right now? I used to work for the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office, and like I said, I lived in Santa Monica, and I lived in Brentwood over at 555 Barrington, but that was a rental building, but really nice property over there. I love that place. And what else? I lived in Beverly Hills over on Rexford. And I'm trying to think where else. Oh, and in Redondo Beach. I lived down there on the water, and that was nice too. So what's moving and shaking in the areas that you cover now?
Well, you know, I can tell you Brentwood. You mentioned Brentwood. The condo market in Brentwood and in Santa Monica and even West LA has been very, very hot for condos under $900,000. The last year, I've been working with a few clients, and it's been really tough. The minute something goes on the market, if it's a good property and it's priced well, boom, it's snapped up. I think the reason for that is a lot of these buyers would have, if they would have been moving up to a house, maybe in the 1.2, 1.5 range, but because of the change in lending standards and the amount of down required, and jumbos are a little harder to come by, I think that they can't make that move. So what they're doing is they're just maybe buying a better condo, a nicer building, and then you also have a lot of doctors working in these areas, and I work with a lot of them, and they're also new home buyers, but they're coming up and they can compete for those same properties. So there's just a lot of activity in that marketplace. Also, we're finding that there's not, this year, there's not as many in the good areas in Beverly Hills, in Brentwood, and Santa Monica. There's not as many homes on the market for sale. And as you know, there's always going to be demand for these areas. People love Santa Monica. They love Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
There's only one Beverly Hills. So that is actually, you know, stabilizing prices somewhat. And in some cases, I'm seeing some sales that are quite impressive. As we all know, it's about supply and demand. And in most areas, there's a great supply and a small demand, not because people don't want to buy, that they don't see great opportunities, but because they can't qualify. So the buyer pool is...
It's so true. That's really impacting it, especially now. Your final thoughts, do you think you'll see that improving a bit coming up in the next 6 to 12 months?
I think in the next 12 months, it's, you know, we're on a good course, and it's going. The free market is alive and well, and there are terrific opportunities both in commercial and residential, and those people that are qualified are taking full advantage of it. However, it's going to take time for many Americans to get their credit restored and to save before they can, you know, participate. So I think it's going to move slowly, but I think we're going in the right direction. It's going to take time.
And you've got the patience and the experience, so you'll be there for us, I'm sure, definitely. Connie DeGroot, it's such a pleasure to have you on the program today. I wish you continued success. You're a really nice lady. Good for you. I'm glad